It occurred to me recently whilst making a video on cleaning armour that I'd forgotten just how much grinders, when I first started to use them, terrified me, and just how much that held me back from being able to work with them effectively. They're a fantastic tool, but they are due a lot of respect. They will maim you at the first opportunity that they get, normally through our own carelessness. In most cases. First thing I'd say is just don't ever remove the shield from a grinder. There's no need. I've been at this now for about 10 years professionally, 15 to 20 as a hobbyist, and I've never ever found a reason to need to take that shield off. It's just not worth the effort. One slip and your fingers are all over the floor. Now, like I say, they worried me when I first got going, and a tool that I use quite a bit and I find really useful are these nylon backing plates here. It's just an adapter for the grinder that just sits on it, and means you can start to use these sorts of flexible sanding discs, which are great time savers. So I thought I'd do a quick video on how to change this over, because it does worry some people, understandably, and it held me back for a long time because I was just that nervous of doing it, but with care it's easy enough. Now, first thing you're going to need to do is take all of this off. Because it's a video and need to make sure absolutely everything is 100% health and safety and good. Make sure it's unplugged or turned off at the mains before you go doing anything. That's because on the reverse here you've got this holding pin here that stops the mechanism moving, but you also have your on switch there, and it can become very easy, particularly if you're nervous which one do you press when you're first getting used to the tools. You might knock it, you might nudge it, and it might spin up, and you'd be in a world of hurt very quickly. So if you just, while you're getting used to the tool, unplug it, take it off that way. Right, then press the locking pin here, and that will stop that movement. There it is. Take the spanner that should have come with it, and just take off that piece. Put it somewhere safe because you're going to want to keep that for later. Take off the disc. I'll admit this one's just at the end of its life. I just grabbed it out of the bin. But get rid of the disc that you're using and take that part off as well. You can see there you've just got your spindle now and you're ready to go. Now, the nylon discs, you can get rubber versions, a bit more flex in them and so on. I just prefer using one of these. Shouldn't cost more than £5. And all you do is drop that on there. I'm trying to watch the camera as well while I do this. And then take your disc. This one's already had a bit of use on it. They're normally a bit flatter than this one. It started to pick up the tool, and drop that on there as well. And with your kit that you'll have got when you get these two pieces, you should have this locking nut here as well. All that does is pin on, and there you go, nice and straightforward. Make sure things are central, but it's pretty hard for them not to be, because what this does as it goes in, the shape of this will drag the disc to where it needs to be. Now you can press the locking nut on the back here and start trying to use the spanner, but what happens pretty soon is these lugs here start interfering with this and it gets quite hard. So just make sure everything's central, press the lug at the back, the locking pin, get it locked, and just spin the whole thing into place there, and there you are, ready. Now, so we can see then how to attach these. It's really straightforward. Taking them off, just loosen them with the tool, get it locked, give it a loosen, and then unspin it. Take everything away and be sure to make sure everything goes back on your grinder. Now you'll have two nuts, lugs, whatever you want to call them with this, and one set will have the female to the male down here, and you put that on. You know when you've got it right because it'll lock down and won't be able to spin. Get your disc, pop that on, And as before, just nice and hand tight, job's done, and your grinder now is back to normal. I'll drop in the links below all of the tools and bits and pieces I've used here, so help demystify it a bit further. But as you can see from that, it's really straightforward. Putting on one of those backing plates, which makes grinding a lot easier and cleaning a lot simpler, unless you've got a really nice setup. And then just rebuilding it is really easy too. So give it a go. If you're nervous of it, take it in slow time, and you'll get there, I'm sure.